dark and light roasted coffee. What's the real difference? What's going on, everyone? It's Chris from 416 Coffee, and this is episode 28 of Coffee with Chris. Now, today I just wanted to talk about the difference or what happens inside the coffee roaster, which makes kind of light roasted coffees and dark roasted coffees so much different, and what's actually going on within the bean. So as we know, coffee starts green, okay? So we have green coffee, we begin roasting it. Now, as that roasting process is going on, we're waiting for a moment where the coffee cracks and releases moisture and CO2. So there is H2O in the bean when we begin roasting. When it reaches a certain temperature after a certain duration, that moisture releases and the bean cracks. This is called first crack. Now, before the first crack of a roast, that coffee is undrinkable. If you had a coffee before first crack, it would taste like very vegetal, super sour, and this is under roasted coffee, like very much under roasted coffee. Now, the second the coffee reaches first crack, you can pull that coffee. You can take that coffee out right there and then, and you'll have a very light roasted coffee, but it'll bring out a lot of beautiful kind of citrus and fruity tones if that's what you're looking for with that particular coffee. Now, somewhere between first crack and second crack is what we call a medium roast. So, if you're on the light end of medium, it might just be a couple moments after first crack. If you're on the medium, proper medium end of the spectrum, it'll be a few minutes after first crack. And then if you're going medium dark, it'll be right before the second crack. So second crack looks like this. Second crack is the second time the coffee releases that moisture and CO2, and this is the dark roast. So what we like to do is, if we are going to develop a roast, we will take it right to second crack and pull it immediately. We find that after second crack, that's when you start to get those bitter flavors. That's when you get a roast that's overdeveloped, a lot of carbon, and something that's just genuinely unpleasant to drink in our opinion. So we take our coffees at most to second crack, and even so, we rarely go that far. Now, if you wanted like a French roast or something super, super dark, you develop the coffee past second crack. And like I said, this results in tasting a lot of carbon and tasting the roast. But first crack, think of first crack as your light roast, and second crack as kind of as dark as you'd like coffee to go. And anywhere in between is that medium roast. So that's what's going on in the roaster during the time it takes to roast your favorite coffee. Now, I don't know if you can see these two bowls super well. I'll take another shot of them. But as you can see, the dark roast is so much bigger. This is the same volume of coffee. These are two sample packs from farms in Honduras, the exact same volume of coffee. But the dark roast is so much bigger because the beans also expand during the roasting process. So you see the ones that were pulled at first crack, they're much smaller, taking up way less space in these exact same bowls. And this one, there is so much more, volume of these beans, and the weight should be identical. We might actually be lighter on the dark roast simply because this has lost a lot more moisture and a lot more CO2, whereas this coffee still has some moisture and CO2 trapped inside of it, because after that second crack is when we really start to lose all of it. So anyways, I just wanted to make that quick video to talk about what's happening in the roaster. I feel like we talk a lot about brewing coffee, we talk a lot about different origins, but we haven't really talked too much about what's actually going on during a roast, which is going to affect taste. And I know people have their preferences, super light roast, super dark roast, so I just wanted to make this quick video to explain first crack, second crack, and let you know what's up. So anyways, I hope everyone is doing well, hope everyone's having a great Tuesday, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.